people set goals at the beginning of the year, they set like 20 goals. At the first half of the year, I should have done about 10 things on the goals I have set. Oga, madam, take it easy. Okay? Take it easy. It is a pleasure to bring to you another conversation on the Evolve, Modify and Grow Pep Talk series with me at BBC at Dayton-G. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of pacing yourself. This means planning yourself and not trying to do everything at once. Now think of it this way. Imagine you are a cook or caterer catering for a party. And then in these days, we now have people cooking for large parties using a gas burner and all of that. But then again, we still have that party jollof rice that we do with firewood. And so usually when you have a party, you will see often that a heap of firewood is purchased and put by the side of the cooking area, so that as you are cooking the different things, maybe you are boiling the meat, you're boiling the rice, you plan to make other types of food like solid, it could be semovita, it could be different types of soups. You put the firewood that you need per time. It will be very odd to find the caterer or cook putting all the firewood that is meant to cook like different, maybe for example 5 types of soup, 5 types of food, using it to cook just one particular meal at once. What that means is that all of the wood will get burnt at once, and then the fire might be too much for the particular food that they are cooking. And of course, it means that it will cost more to purchase fresh heap of firewood in order to be able to cook other types of soups and food. So you often hear that kind of phrase or saying that says you don't put all your firewood into the fire at once, because everything will get burned down immediately and you won't have anything to cook the other meals. So also in our real life, when we are cooking too many things all at the same time, number one, it strains and stretches you. It can bring some form of stress or exhaustion. It reduces your productivity when you put so many things on your plate to achieve at the same time. Which is why it's important to set short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. Say, for example, you want to save ₦1 million and you are earning 100,000. You have your regular necessity bills that you must attend to monthly, which comes to about 80,000 naira, and you decide that you are going to be saving away 50,000 naira monthly just because you have a goal of 1 million naira in savings. How are you going to cope? You will eventually run into debt and unnecessary pressure because you have eaten deep into your basic needs funds. So the wise thing to do would be to say, okay, instead of saying I want to save 1 million in 5 months when I can't even afford it, I pace myself to be consistent in saving 10,000 or 20,000 naira monthly, and my plan will now be 2-year or 1-year plan. So the art of pacing yourself is applicable to any area of our life. It might be in doing house chores. Pace yourself. It might be in your office deliverables. Pace yourself. Plan and look at what you need to do part-time. What is most important on your plate now? What is not so important that can come later and can be addressed? What can you move forward? What do you even need help from somebody else to help you achieve that deliverable? So in the quest to achieve so much or brag about achieving so much, it is important to pace yourself. You are only in competition with yourself and not with anyone. And if you break down due to exhaustion, then you cannot do so much more again. And then when you are able to focus on one thing at a time, you will discover that you will be able to achieve a lot more focusing on one thing per time. Not so many of us can focus on too many things at a time. Even when you are good at multitasking, So you might just want to reduce your to-dos to 2 to 3 per time. Which is why people set goals at the beginning of the year. They set like 20 goals. At the first half of the year, I should have done about 10 things on the goals I have set. Oga, madam, take it easy. Okay? Take it easy. Pace yourself. You will discover that when you pace yourself, when you set short, medium, long-term goals, when you draw up a schedule and say, what is most important to me now? What can I afford to do now? It helps you to achieve so much more. It removes pressure. It removes exhaustion. Don't forget, you are not in competition with anyone but yourself. And like we say in Nigeria, they know they catch late comer. Okay? Pace yourself. And this is where I'll be wrapping it up on this episode of the Evolve, Modify, and Grow Pep Talk. Remember that I'm rooting for you. We are going to the top together to succeed. Keep winning, keep working on yourself, and keep doing the best that you can with what you have. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.